This is Sexy Funny Raw, where we chat all about the world of sex, from dating and relationships all the way to the adult industry itself. I'm Silvia Saige, and this is my Pornspective, answering all the questions you weren't even brave enough to ask Google. Get ready, because Sexy Funny Raw starts now.
That was it.
Rawr.
That's it. Sexy Funny Raw. Welcome back to another show, guys. I am Silvia Saige, and I am joined by my co-host, Mr. Alexander. Today, we are going to be doing a fun show of horror stories.
Horror stories or horror stories?
They could be both.
Yay!
They could be both. They could be scary and slutty. A little hoary, a little horrific, and that's what we're getting into. And I'm super excited, so I want to say thank you to our sponsors, to Fleshbot and to CyberSocket. And let's welcome our guest.
Woo!
All right. Well, to my right is Miss Lahna Turner. Lahna is one of my very good friends. Let's just start by saying that. But she is an award-winning comedian, actor, writer, producer, director, and mother. You know her from segments on NBC, Comedy Central, Hulu, Animal Planet, Netflix, Tubi, VH1, True TV, and many more. She has performed her hilarious songs in top comedy venues and theaters across the world, including many tours for the USO. Lahna has 3 comedy albums, If These Lips Could Talk, Dick Jokes, and Other Assorted Love Songs, and Limeade, which are streaming on multiple platforms. Her 1-hour special, So I Wrote a Song About It, is currently available on Tubi TV. With her hilarious songs and sharp wit, Lahna holds nothing back. Please welcome my dear friend, Lahna Turner.
Thank you, Sylvia.
I know, right?
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
She's a spitfire.
Aww.
And from my side of the porn world, Ray Diesel has a huge personality and heart. He's a prolific adult actor, go-go dancer, and event host. He has filmed in just about every type of setting with about every type of co-star. He's a gentle giant who is a joy to hang out with, and I know this from personal experience, and he can be seen popping up and out at a nightclub or sexy event near you around the globe, literally. He's an avid producer of self-produced content and is a fan favorite across many genres. He also is a Young and the Restless fan, by the way. Please welcome Ray Honk Honk Diesel.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for having me.
I love it. By the way, can I just say your red carpet photos are like top notch right there.
Thank you.
You're such a sharp dresser. I love that
I come
in a
from
man.
the South, you know.
Yes.
That's how we do it.
Yes.
That's how I was raised.
That's how it should be. Men should dress.
Yes.
Dress to impress. I love it.
I love looking at red carpet photos from porn awards because porn stars do so many different things. Either they show up in like, oh, you know, this is just me, and they show up in like a t-shirt and like
Right.
jeans, or they get all decked out in like tuxedo. It's like, wow, you look amazing.
Yeah.
Or they wear these like outlandish outfits. Like I've seen some of your outfits, and it's so fun.
Multiple times in the line for AVN, they're like, ma'am, you have to put pasties on. Damn it.
And you're like, do you know where we are at? Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I'm being awarded for?
Yeah.
Hello, bro.
But it's because you have to walk through the casino, and
Yes.
the casino doesn't allow
that's
you
right.
to walk through with your nipples showing.
There's
So
no
if you-
nudity and gambling at the same place.
Yeah, so if you have anything sheer on, they make you put pasties on. So I've had to do it twice in line. I'm like, really?
that's
and they're like,
crazy.
ma'am, no.
Twice
Me
as
too.
in both.
Yeah,
One for
each
and a mask.
Well, then 4 times technically. Yeah. No. So yes. Okay. Here, let's get started with our show today because I am super excited. I know I have plenty of horror stories, and right before we started this show, we were waiting for the other people to wrap up, and I was hearing horror stories just in the green room. So I'm super excited to see what else we're going to hear
I'm
about
scared.
today.
I'm gonna need therapy after this episode.
No, never. Okay, but before we dive in, there's one thing that we always do on the show, and it's called the word of the day. And because of Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so
I
excited.
know.
This is Silvia Saige's Sexy Funny Raw Word of the Day. Do you know what it is?
The reason we do this is because obviously this is a sex education podcast. The whole point of this show is to make sex more talkable to everybody. So one of the things I like to do is find sex terminology that I have not heard of and I do not know the meaning of, and then I will read it aloud to you, let you give an educated guess, and then I'll tell you the correct answer.
Oh, no.
All right? Now, I can't always pronounce these either because I have never heard of them, but here we go. And back me up if I don't do it right. Chlorophilia. Chlorophilia. That's correct, right?
It's calrophilia. Calrophilia.
Cowrophilia.
No, COULROFPH. What is wrong with me?
Wow.
Like I got dyslexic over COVID. Calrophilia. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cowrophilia.
Calrophilia.
Yeah.
Good
very
old
hard to pronounce.
calrophilia.
Good old calrophilia. Everyone's
Yeah.
heard of it.
Oh, wow.
Sex term. Just an educated guess.
Like somebody actually used that word
Yes.
in the bedroom to somebody?
Oh, I'm sure, because this is probably sounds like a pretty big one.
Yeah.
A big description of something. Give us like
And a big fetish.
Oh, it's a fetish specifically. Okay.
Yeah, specifically
So-
a fetish.
It's
And any hints?
No.
No? Okay.
Alexander would be terrified.
So
That could be anything. It could be commitment. It could be
It involves
lettuce.
screaming into a vagina.
Say the word one more time.
That's close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
See.
Chlorophilia. Okay, so COULRO philia.
Okay.
That is the
Oh,
hard
God.
part. You don't want to put an R after an L. It's very hard.
Calrophilia.
You gotta like sing the national anthem into a vagina.
Oh, my God.
Close.
Like
Feels like
Is
it's
it,
your
Whitney
is
close.
it like blowing air? Like,
But you guys both gave very educated
Yeah,
guesses.
no, that was good.
So
Yeah.
this is actually a fetish for clowns or other type of street performers, which I could be considered, I feel like. No, but basically clowns. So it's a clown porn type of fetish.
oh.
So there you go.
And it was created by Holly Stevens, who was a porn star.
Oh, yeah.
And she kind of incorporated it, and that's
God, that's
that's
a long.
kind of.
I feel like some people, you're either terrified or you're turned on. Those are your two options.
and maybe that's
right?
why they're turned on, because they're terrified.
of clowns.
Yeah.
Wait, so it's a clown fetish. Like you want to be with a clown or you want to be the clown?
I think you want to be with the clown.
Yeah, and
That's
there's
my
actual
assumption.
designations because I researched because I'm like
Yeah.
I gotta see this. Some
Yeah.
of them it's like I don't gotta see that, but this one I had to see, and it's like you want to be fucked by a clown.
A clown.
like in full regalia with the rubber
Got it.
nose, the shoes, and the whole bit.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's some childhood trauma shit.
You know,
right
Yeah.
there.
that's funny because I actually have seen this in videos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
now that like go search for it on Pornhub,
Yeah.
and sometimes they'll do like the balloon animals and they'll stick them places and.
Well, if a lady wants to look at the size of the man's foot to determine,
Oh, there you go.
Then a clown is going to give some very big disappointment.
There you go.
Yes, very disappointment.
Imagine like calling around like all the clowns that perform at kids' parties and be like, "Hey, are you available on Saturday?" Like, how old's the kid? 42.
you got to figure
Meanwhile.
like there's somebody who's just really into dressing like a clown. All that would have some fetish.
I don't know. I also
Right?
see like the mom, the mom of like the 4-year-old at the party, and she's
Ooh.
like checking out,
Checking out the clown.
checking out the clown, because he's like good with her kids, and she's like, that's a turn on, Don't you see it?
That's
No?
funny.
I think that would
And he
be
brings
more-
his own
I
toys.
just feel like that would be more of a straight thing than a
Yes,
gay thing.
it is.
Yeah.
The porn that I saw, I didn't see any
And I've
gay
never seen
forms
gay,
of
yeah.
this. We gays have that thing where we want to see people sit on birthday cakes.
Yeah.
Like that's weird to me.
Yeah, but I feel like that thing about the clown is the fact that you're not seeing the person. Like I feel like maybe
Yeah.
it's like the mask and the cover up of it, and I feel like as gay men, now tell me if I'm wrong because I'm not currently one, but I feel
Currently.
like
That's
I-
next year.
yeah. Next life, who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I feel like you guys already are having sex with like just a body part. Like grinder for you
100%.
can just be a
100%.
penis or just
Yeah,
be
like
whatever.
glory
There's
holes.
plenty of bottoms that be laid out and just come in. The
Right.
door is unlocked. So they don't care about seeing you in a clown outfit.
They don't care
just
about
like,
your faces, anything like
they just
that.
wanna
It's already-
fucking go.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I
But
feel like
yes.
it's way different for straight than gay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gay guys though into like the furry situation, and also there's the whole pup
well-
with an owner, and the pup usually wears like a full mask.
Wait. Hold on. I don't know everything we just said there.
You don't know furries?
So okay, but I have a question about furries.
Yes.
Are they dressing up in like costumes?
Head
Yes.
to toe.
Head
There's
to
not
toe.
any open skin.
I first learned about them on CSI.
Oh my god!
Las Vegas, because they did an episode. Someone dies, and this was like a whole big orgy thing going on.
You
with all
can't
these
tell who the
perverts.
killer is.
They all had outfits on. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. And so they wear, and then I start meeting. Again, I feel like it's more straight people to do it though. But when it comes to the whole body from head to toe, because it's like you really. I just couldn't do it. It's too
How
hot.
are they?
Well, it's too hot.
How are they fucking? then?
So I mean, like they'll have a little opening for that,
Like a
but the
flap.
rest of you is in like a Disney-esque costume, like zipped up and down.
Like a
the
du-
first time
yeah.
I heard of it, I don't know anybody's age here, but when I was a little kid, the only like free porn I would get was when HBO had that sex documentary show.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Taxi Cab Confession.
No.
No,
it was
another one.
It was like it was called like
Real sex.
Real Sex. That's what it was,
Yes.
and that was the first time I ever
You
saw
know what?
furries.
I
And
think
was
I
a
have
little kid,
maybe
and I was
have
like,
seen that one too.
Yeah.
But CBS, the SCSI was
It's
the
so
one
much
that.
easier.
When did
stuck
you
in.
find out about furries?
I've heard about it, but like it's easier, I think, more mainstream to know about furry than the other thing because you can't say it.
Oh well,
Oh,
Right?
that's
The clown
Oh, yeah.
fetish.
Oh,
There's a lot
yeah.
more clown
That's
fetish
a weird
people
name.
than furry.
Why did they come up with a
Because-
different name for
yeah.
that?
There has to be some breakdown, like Greek for clownish with a pickle. I don't
If
know.
they just called it clown,
Clown
like something
fucking?
simple, then more
Yeah.
people would be like,
Yeah.
well, let's figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like-
feel like you said, I feel like in the gay community, we're more about the pup play and
Yeah.
we'll play, which I brought this up because I was like, you don't really see kitty play. And
Oh, that's
my
true.
friend was
Oh.
like,
They
do
don't want
not
pussy.
start that. Do
Yeah.
not start that trend. I was like, oh no, I'm going to get some boy to put some ears on and a like cattail and I'm like,
that will
meow.
not be hard. That will not be hard.
I think that would be
Yeah.
interesting.
Cats
Like,
the musical, basically. All these men in leotards running around.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Cats are from the devil. Sorry, because I know you love your cats.
I do.
They're the
love
worst
my
things
cats.
on this
No,
planet.
they're
Thank
amazing.
you.
It's like Trumpers or cat people.
No.
You take your
Oh
choice.
my God.
No, I love.
Alexander.
I'm
Oh.
a pro cat.
I
I'm
know.
pro-cat. I'm a
same.
pro-cat,
My
too. We
girl
always
was in
had
love with
cats
my
growing
cats.
up.
Yes, I love that.
They're
Thank
moody,
you.
but I love it.
Dogs are too much work.
It is.
I
They
love
offer
my
so much
dogs,
love.
But, oh God,
They
Cats
have to go
offer you love.
outside all the time. In
No.
the
But
morning,
But they
in the
love you
night.
and they cuddle you. They don't
So
try to
do
like
cats.
kill you and
Cats
like
would
sit
do
on
it
your
too,
face.
but cats are honest. It's like if you piss them off, they're just like, fuck you, I'm going on over here. Leave me alone. Don't touch me. Right? I love that.
True.
Because like I don't even want to touch you anyway. But then when they want something, they come. I mean, I love it.
Yeah.
I love cats.
I
love
agree.
'em.
Thank you
Yes.
for that. Ooh, I just touched my mouth to that. Sorry, you might want to clean this afterwards. I don't. I just got some bad news this morning,
Calrophilia.
so-
Wow.
Okay, calophilia. Also, does anyone know what gonorrhea means? That's it's a new term.
Oh,
that
I never heard of that one.
No, it's a new term I'm
Oh.
currently working with.
Oh.
No, just kidding. I am squirming like there's something wrong. There is nothing wrong. I just got a shot in my butt, but I did find out today I had gonorrhea. That's a nice way to wake up.
I'm surprised they gave you
yeah.
a shot though, because they
Yeah, it's just a
been
shot.
No, because they not too long ago they decided not to do shots as much. They said it was not as effective. They've
Oh,
been giving
really? The
pills,
pills.
Doxy.
Yeah, and you know what? I might even go because I went to the facility that test us. They give the shot, but I might go to Dr. Riggs maybe tomorrow, who's like the LA porn doctor, and just get the pills anyway because I plan on drinking with my dad when he gets in
Oh,
town,
no,
and
child,
I'm like,
just-
I don't want to mess it
No,
up.
just call me. I have everything
You have all
under
the
my
pills?
bed.
You do?
Everything. I don't play. I'm professional.
I
I'm
love
prepared.
it.
When I know it's going to be a crazy weekend.
Yeah, you just get all the stuff.
And I look to see who's going to be there that
Yeah.
crazy weekend. I'm like, I don't trust it. Let me go ahead and start
Stock
my
up.
Doxy now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's nice about Dr. Riggs is like I can call him and I can like literally over the phone I can just tell him like, hey, I want pills for this, this, and this, and he's like, yeah, here you go. And like I don't even walk into you walk into the front desk, give them your birth date, and they give you pills. It's
Yeah. I mean, I
perfect.
love my doctor. Same thing. If I do go to my doctor, I'm like, hey, and I tell guys this all the time: stop going to get tested when you leave a crazy weekend, like MAL or Folsom weekend. We
Save
already
your
know.
money.
Just save your money. Just go to your
Wait a
doctor.
week.
Call your doctor and be like, I was at Folsom for the weekend.
Can I get some
Can
stuff?
I just get the stuff that I need to cover myself? Thank you. Because
I just got back from Island House Key West in Florida for a week,
Yeah.
and it's a resort that's basically is just like everybody have a good time,
Yeah.
24/7. So I shouldn't even bother. I should
No, just go get the
just-
medicine.
just go get the medicine. I'm like,
Yeah.
I tell my doctor all the time. He was like, well, we have to test. I'm like,
No, we
why?
don't.
What's the point? Like,
Yeah.
I already know what I did this weekend.
Yeah.
There's
It's pretty high.
it's kind of high. I
Yeah.
could, which thank God I don't usually, but I still like to be prepared.
Yeah.
I just rather just go ahead and just give me the shot and pill.
Yeah.
There's
Feel-
no
I feel you.
symptoms.
I didn't have any. No, I mean sometimes you can, but I've had. This isn't my first. This is my first, not my first time. And I've never had symptoms, so I've never known in advance. But luckily, I am tested. I stay tested every 2 weeks. I never
part
go
of the
without
job.
it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love you already.
Yes.
Because I tell people who's
Stay
very
tested.
highly sexual active people,
Yeah.
I do not understand this whole, I get tested every 3 months.
No.
Huh?
What?
You just did a gangbang
Yeah.
of like 60 people.
Well, in
Yeah.
our community, you go out, for a cocktail at the Abbey on a Friday. You probably need it.
Yeah, like it's just weird. Like at least get tested at least
Yes.
twice a month.
Yes.
At least.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
it's
I've-
a really good idea. Like it might as well. Otherwise, you just keep spreading it.
Wait,
Yeah.
I have a question for Lana.
What's that?
You have been a long-term relationship person. Have you
Uh-huh.
ever tested positive for anything?
No.
You've never had an STD your whole life.
no.
God.
I've only had
Monogamy. Monogamy will do it. It will save
Yeah,
you.
but but it's not as exciting. I won't have a good horror story.
Make one up.
Wait, surely you've had bad dates though.
Yeah. Well, but I haven't really
Like bad sexual encounters.
Oh yeah.
Well, right.
Yeah.
Well, where it's one of those.
Let's just dive right
They
into
don't have
horror
to be
stories.
names.
Yeah.
They don't have to be names.
No, I have had some. Like when I first, my whole marriage was kind of when I first, I hadn't been with anyone for a really long time, and the first person I was with was a real sweet guy, but I mean, he had some problems
Issues.
getting,
Yeah.
When somebody says
And then-
sweet
Sweet
guy is
guy,
the
I
first
was
indicator,
just thinking that.
that is not.
As soon as they say he was such a
sweet.
sweet
Yeah.
guy,
It means
but he was a horrible
But
lover.
then I had a horror. I did horror out after a comedy show. It's somebody I knew for a long time, but never really knew well. We hooked up, and before the
Another
show, we were
comedian?
talking about
okay.
we were talking about period sex. We talked about that before.
Yes.
Okay, and you were talking about. So I was on my period, so I didn't think I was going to sleep with this guy.
Yeah.
And we were fooling around. He went down to me, and I was like, "No, don't do it." Like and he pulled the tampon out with
Oh
his
God,
teeth.
no!
He pulled out
no,
his teeth. And
no,
here's
no,
the
no.
best part. So here's the best part.
Oh.
Best part.
I'm ready.
The best part of the story. So, Sylvia, have you ever stayed in a comedy condo? Have you had that
yes,
luxury
yes,
yet?
I have. Yeah, the disgusting luxury of a
Okay, so-
filth-ridden comedy condo. Yes,
Comedy
I've had that.
condos are where dreams go to die. Like, I've been doing stand-up for so long. I've stayed in a lot of these places, and they're take
Yeah.
your worst nightmare hotel experience and now visualize every dirty comic
Yeah.
staying there before and that they haven't cleaned the
Nope,
place.
no one's washed anything.
And it's horrible. And I've always gone in there and just been like, oh, what am I doing here? I can't. But I accomplished an amazing feat that night because I made that condo grosser than any dude had ever been there before. Like move out of the way, like Doug Stanhope or whoever else has been gross in these condos. It's whoever followed me in there, because when he threw it, wherever he threw that tampon,
you just left it?
we never found it.
Oh,
my God.
Shit. You legitimately looked for it.
I looked for it.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
You
it
were
was-
one of those. You was trying to be nice and cleanful, but like respectful to the place.
I couldn't find it.
It's still there. There's like a little plaque. It's like Lahna Turner was here.
And they know because they blood tested and got your
Yeah.
DNA.
Some poor like Flip Schultz or somebody followed me in that condo, and he's just like, "Why am I in this career? Like, what is wrong with my life?" I did that to somebody after, but I did look, and I could not find it. So
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that story,
That's a good
actually.
story. That's
That-
a pretty dirty story.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's great. I've never had a man pull it out with a tampon string, but I have had a man accidentally fuck one inside of me.
Oh, that's dangerous.
No, it is dangerous because I didn't know it because I was drunk when this
How
happened.
small was he?
No, he was big. That's what it was. Is his
Oh.
dick was so big he just shot, and I was drunk, and I forgot I was even on my period, if we're being honest. And he just fucked it into me, and then I forgot that had happened at all, and I went with this tampon in my vagina for like a week until finally the smell was so rancid. I had to take myself to a doctor because like I couldn't even pull my pants down in public. I was so embarrassed. And I was like, something is horribly wrong. And I went to the doctor and he's literally, he's in there fishing.
Oh, God.
And he goes, when was the last time you were on your period? And I was like, man, that was a minute. I was like, a week ago maybe? And he was like, well, this is your problem.
Oh my
And I was
gosh.
like, I was mortified. And it was rancid. At the moment he went down there, he was like, yeah, it's bad. And I was like, yeah.
I mean, for the doctor
aware.
to say that, for the doctor to react,
You know.
something's
The
wrong.
doctor physically was like, oh, Jesus Christ. I was like, yeah, I'm dying. I'm dying.
Oh my God.
I was like 24. It was
And
bad,
didn't you try to like do your own remedies for the
Yeah,
smell?
I tried so much. I did all sorts of like over the counter things because I didn't want to go to the doctor and like, here is my smelly vagina. I was so embarrassed.
It's like cleaning your house before the maid gets there.
Yes.
You know what's funny about those comedy houses, though? And I just found out this week from hanging out with one of the porn stars, they do it like, and you can speak to this, obviously, but when the actors are all filming the same kind of studio film, and it's like, they'll put you all in the same house,
Oh,
right?
100%.
Oh, yeah.
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 But it's not always the best
I have.
situation because I heard like people are fighting, people are not getting along, there's not enough room for everybody,
Well,
it's dirty.
I'm a chill person, so I don't. It's never me. I get along with pretty much about everybody as long as I got a bed to sleep in and
Yeah.
it's comfortable enough. I'm good. But I've seen some other like dramatic, they in love that one day and hate each other the next
Yeah.
day and blah 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 and like.
Well, you get a
sneaking
lot
around.
of divas in one spot. It's
Yes,
really
and
tough.
it's just
Yeah.
like complaining about everything and anything and
Real Housewives of porn.
yes.
Yeah.
I've always thought that
Wow.
would be a great show.
Yes.
Have you ever had to stay at a studio house for
Oh,
one of your
absolutely,
shoots?
I have. Yeah, I did it with Dillian Harper and my God, Ryan Driller, the guy who played Superman, in porn. No, I'm just-
Henry Cavill was there?
Yeah. And I brought Jameson because, well, I'm a bad influence. And Ryan didn't drink, but I got Dillian super drunk. And the all next day, she was like puking during our scene. Like, I felt so bad.
It's
I
your
didn't,
fault, girl.
I didn't know she couldn't handle her alcohol like that. And I was just like, I felt awful. But
Well-
she was a trooper. We finished it. She was like puking like continuously throughout the day. But
Well,
we
I
did
haven't
it.
really had that many bad. I haven't really had bad experience because it's rare that I ever have to stay in one. I'm one of those special ones that can stay.
They fly
off.
in.
Well,
Yeah.
no, they let me stay in my. I'll be like, I'm getting my own room
Well, you want your rest.
because I
and-
don't like, especially if it's somewhere I'm going to be filming in. I'd rather just be out of. It's like a host hotel. I never stay at a host hotel
Yeah.
for a party week because I need a breakaway.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I will pay for my own room. Don't worry about it because I don't want to deal with the drama. I can go to sleep when I want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know who's filming and how dirty they are. So I don't want to be in a room that someone else just been in and got crabs or something. So,
Or thrown tampons.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, dirty
there's all
room.
sorts
So
of
dirty.
things that could have happened.
That's wild, though. I never heard of that before. That you would stay in. Is that to keep
Oh,
the
yeah.
filming schedule going, and that you're like on set? The
Yeah,
house is
if
where
you
it
have an
happened?
early call time the next day and they had to fly you in, like my experience is we all were in Arizona and we had an 8 a.m. call time, so they wanted everybody there that night before because it's hard to get everybody, for one, onto a flight on time. You don't want them to mess anything
Yeah.
up and it'll mess up the whole shoot schedule for the next day. So
and then
so-
some is control.
yeah, that
like
too.
there's one director, owner of a company, not drop any names, but he brings everyone in, but they have to stay on this property.
Right.
They can't go anywhere, no fucking around, anything like that.
Drugs.
And drugs, very anal. Another one I stayed with who would get the hotel rooms, like he treated us like little children. I was like, I'm
Right.
not a child. I'm a grown man, and would get mad. He would specifically split us up in rooms to where it's not a top or a bottom. It could be fucking.
right.
And I'm like,
right.
and then I get in the room and he's got me with this other top who
Yeah.
sees my dick, and that's he's jumping on my dick. So I'm like, it's just like it's not gonna work. Like you can't stand in the hallway and watch us. Everybody's running to each other rooms.
Yeah.
And fucking me. I'm usually follow the rules,
Right.
usually. But
Yeah.
But here's the thing: you've been in the industry for 8 years. People know you to be a professional. That's why you get booked all the time. Well, that and you're a talented member, but they know that you come to your job, but like you come to do the job and you are serious. And I think you raise the bar for a lot. But for I've heard a lot of the newbies, especially, they are messing up, and so when they show up to set, they're not prepared. They can't get it up.
yeah, but,
or
oh God, yes, I have worked with those type of people. Like they knew we had to shoot, and that slows me up because I got shit to do, and I'm ready to get it over with. And when I get there, and like,
I don't want to sit on set all day.
yeah, you got fucked up the night before. You can't clean out because you still got all these drugs in your system, or the top came like 3 times before even the shoot. So now, like, I'm sitting back. I done did what I needed to do. I busted my nut. I'm ready to go. I'm
Yes.
hungry at this point.
Yeah.
And I had to sit there with 5 other tops who, like, I'm like... do y'all need some Trimeds? Like, what can I do to help? Like,
Because I have my pharmacy.
I have
I will.
something. Like,
Dr. Ray Diesel.
I'm like, can we just like? I don't want to be one of those ones that's like looking at the clock because but I always tell guys if you book for any work, stand on set or not, like that comes first. That
Right.
comes for content. That comes for personal sets or clients or anything. Like you want to be prepared, and
Right.
so that we can get this over with. So if the shoot only should last 3 hours, and it's now 6
hours
hours,
in.
and you still having problem cleaning out or coming,
We're not going to do this.
yeah, I'm like, can we just fake this shit at this point? Like mayonnaise, something.
Yes.
Like, I got some mayonnaise packages.
Now,
He's just very creamy.
We
Do they ever do
fake-
that?
Oh, we do.
Oh,
fake
sometimes, because I've worked with guys, I've had that incident only once. And it's my fault because I should have ate and my sugar was low. Plus, the director I was working with, bad energy. So
Right.
that didn't help either. And I take responsibility for that. My only one bad moment. But I have filmed a lot of times where they had to do the fake cum shoots. Like, it
Yeah.
just have to do
What
it
do
because
they
the person
use?
just
Like-
cannot come.
So Cetaphil
Yeah.
sometimes. I prefer if they
Cetaphil, the face cream.
the face
Oh,
wash.
Yeah.
wow. I'll never
It looks
wash
like
my
cum.
face the same way again.
No, it
it
looks
does
like
look like
cum.
cum.
Yes.
I have some of that at home.
Well,
but
yeah, like I said,
I give it
yeah.
to my daughter to wash her face
Well-
because it's gentle.
Well, now
you have
you
no
know.
idea how gentle.
Yeah, now you know what I'm covered in. That's why usually they'll tell you to like close your mouth because they'll like put it right on the corners of your mouth and you don't want to get it in your mouth because it
Yeah.
tastes
Stings.
disgusting.
Wow.
Which is why I prefer. So I haven't seen people do this in a long time, but we used to have a company that would use the coconut rum mix. So it's like a really thick mix, the coconut rum stuff, and they wouldn't obviously put any alcohol to it, but the consistency of the mix looks like cum, and it tastes
So
delicious.
it's coming
and
out of your
super
mouth.
sweet.
It's not.
Well,
Yeah, so I was like, give me that stuff. Like, I
well,
would
I
much rather put
know
that in my
some
mouth.
gay guys now use the lube that looks like cum.
Yes, there's
spunk lube.
Yeah.
spunk. They'll use that for cream pie scenes.
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
us.
So, and it looks just like cum.
Yes.
Now, some people overdo it. Like, I'm like, bitch, really? You did not come a gallon. Like,
Oh,
why
right.
did you pour
Some
that
people
much?
do, though.
No.
Plus, it's fantasy.
Like,
Yeah.
I was like, your ego right now. Like, you
Yeah.
need to tone it back a little bit. Like, let's keep it real.
They do
Like,
that for photos for us. They're just like,
Yes.
I'm like, who would ever? This is unreal.
Well, no. And that's how I first saw it.
Yeah.
And like, because when I first started shooting for Blacks on Boys, the director, Jim, I can't remember his last name, Jim was straight.
I know who you're talking
Yes,
about.
and
Yeah.
he shot straight porn.
Yes.
And every time it came for the picture time, he'll come with this. And I'm
Yes.
like, why are you squirting
What
so
is
much
the
on that
spray
boy?
that's, like,
I did
to
not
look
come that
like
much.
it's like jizz spray?
Yeah,
It
so
looks like-
it's it's the pump. It's it's so he's just literally taking the pump and going like psh, psh, like this. He's literally going
Yeah,
like,
I get it. So you have to be like the
that's the pump. Look,
the
that was
artist
actually good.
to make
cum.
it
Yeah.
look
Is there like a job that I could
Well,
apply for? That,
like somebody on set.
It's
who's,
usually
like,
the
really
producer.
good at it.
Yeah, they use the
or-
producer because they want to make
Yeah.
it look. Because the thing of it is, a lot of times what it is, I came before the bottom, and they're trying to get the bottom to come.
Right.
And no hating, come, and then they come, but then they want to. My cum has now dried up or whatever.
Yeah.
So then that's when I'm like, cut it back, stop. Like even I don't have that much. Like stop. I have my moments, but like this is not that type of moment. Like can we Come on.
I feel like Cetaphil needs a new marketing strategy.
They're missing the mark. They're
It
so
really
missing the mark.
is.
Ladies, rub this on your face. Don't stop there.
See, that's the one thing. Now, okay, Lahna, this is a very personal question. I'm going to get real deep with you real quick.
Okay.
So you're not a porn star, you're a comedian. So one
What's
thing,
the difference?
One thing I know, right? One thing
No
I
sex.
never ever did in my personal life prior to porn, and something I don't do in my personal life even with porn, is let people come on my face. Do you allow this in personal life?
I
only
have
for money.
I've tried like putting it on my face because I've heard that
Like afterwards?
like I've read that
That's the
Heather
myth
Locklear
that- yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no! Like
that
you really?
she swore by it. And I've read that if you eat it and you put it on it because of the stem cells, that it's good for your skin. And I'm so don't want to age, which is
Right.
impossible not to do, but I'll try anything. So I'll be like, let me see.
Wait,
And
so
it-
right after sex, or you
I-
would have like someone come in a cup for you and you'd save it for
like,
later?
afterwards, not like, yeah, if it's like.
You just get it off your
So
stomach.
it's like, okay, you done came. It's time to go to bed.
Yeah,
Let me
like,
just
here
rub
it
it
is.
on my face.
Yeah,
And then
no,
you wake up in the morning, it's pilling.
Crisp.
It's
Oh
all
my
crisp.
God, you guys.
It dries really fast, and then you
Yeah.
can just wash it off. I've tried it a couple times.
couple?
Oh, so you don't
yeah,
keep it
I
on
tried it a couple
long.
times.
You
No,
just-
I'm not like sleeping because then he won't want to kiss me. Like, or
Oh,
like,
yeah,
that's a
true.
little-
Oh,
or
that's
like,
horrible. It's his cum. He should be able to kiss
That's
you.
what I
No,
say
no.
too.
I think
I have
that
kids
too.
too. Like somebody might wake up and come and want to
I've
kiss me.
seen that one time in a
morning.
straight video, and I was stunned because
Yeah.
the guy came all over the girl and it shot in the face, and then like he licked it and then
Ew.
kissed her,
Yeah.
and out the face she made, it shot that she like. I was like, "Wait, is his own cum?" I mean, like,
Yeah, but
this-
it's so gay, you guys.
No, I think. Do you think it's weird if a man like kisses you after a blowjob or tastes his own cum or anything like that?
I mean, I don't think he's going to taste his own. Like, I'm not going like straight to.
Right.
Well, I would think he should
Well, I was
because
gonna
he'll
say,
know if
yeah.
he want you to do it. Wouldn't he want to know what it tastes
Wait,
like so he
you-
can make some
I think
changes?
straight guys are just are weirded out by
Wait,
that.
you've never gone from blowjob to kiss?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I think that's
Yeah.
okay, but not like direct. Like you'll maybe give it a
Like swap
Oh,
it
like,
into his mouth.
like swapping in the mouth, like, baby.
like in junior high, it's like chewing gum. Here you go.
I kind of want to do that.
And
to
then be
somebody
like,
now.
blow some bubbles.
Yeah. This is what I'm doing to the next person I sleep with. Just an FYI.
I need you to blow me some bubbles.
Calrophilia. They can blow balloon animals.
I don't know who I'm banging next, but you are going to blow bubbles with your own cum. I promise you that.
I love it. I love it.
Lana, I wanted to know your role as a mom. Are you ever concerned about like things that you talk about in your comedy, or even like the discussion we just had? Are you having these kind of discussions at home, like healthy sex discussions? I mean, not these exact, but are you ever afraid that anything from your a past act or anything is going to come back to haunt
Yeah,
you?
I mean, I don't want them like listening to all my stuff yet, but I'm sure they'll get into it. I mean, I have like I do a lot of dirty comedy songs, and they're on Spotify, and I mean,
and their friends are going to be listening.
Yeah, and I
And
mean,
recently you wrote one about your daughter.
yeah, my new song
coming
is
to
about
f-
my daughter becoming a woman, having her
woman.
period, and so they're a part of my act. And I mean, look, it's inevitable, but my kids are super cool and open about
yeah.
so much. Like my son is hilariously open. I mean, he likes to share with me that he's now like he'll talk to me about getting his first erections and stuff. Very open,
Yeah.
very, and I don't know if it's just. Kids now are
think
so
so.
much more able to communicate. When I was their age, I never would have talked to my mom about anything.
Well,
So-
I think it's also upbringing and who your parents are.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have that. I mean, my mama.
I still haven't had this sex talk with my
Yeah.
mom.
I've
but
never
I think
had
you're
it.
right. Like the younger generation, they're now talking about non-binary, and they're talking about
yeah.
like it's not even an issue. This is not in our library when we
Yeah,
were growing
no,
up.
I've talked to both of them about, like my daughter is actually in the first ever. So they started a program at her school, and actually her middle school is the first school in the nation that had a pride club. She's in the pride club, but she she identifies straight. But she's in the social and gender equity program, and she is the
Wow.
first
Wow.
year. I know it's
How
it's
cool
a
that they
magnet.
even
I
have
know.
that.
It-
We didn't have that.
No way.
No, and
No.
the magnet
We had
coordinator who created the Dare to keep your kids on drugs. That's it. You're like, where do we find these drugs?
Yeah.
They're everywhere, apparently.
so funny. But you want to know what? Okay, so they did. This was a big issue, though. I'll share with you this about kids. My daughter was telling me that we talked about sexual education in her school, and she mentioned that they don't talk about masturbation. So I did have a masturbation talk with my daughter, which was super not that awkward because she's like super
Open.
smart, and she said that they won't talk about it. They talk about how not to
Abstinence.
get pregnant. Hello, masturbation is a great way how not to get pregnant. But they talk, and she said they're more inclined to teach boys about masturbation than girls. And I was like really bothered by it. I'm like, it was really
That's really
important.
sexist.
Yeah.
It really is. But then like, here's the problem. It wouldn't, as a mom, that would not be my mom platform. Like I wouldn't be going, look, we need to be teaching these
masturbation
kids about masturbation. I feel like that's not the mom I want to be known as. But that's probably the one thing that they really need to start like opening up about because I think that's how you don't get pregnant.
No.
Well, and number one, it's like women are supposed to feel arousal and pleasure, and that's masturbation.
Right.
But also, I would think that it would help women become in tune with their bodies, so that if they have a tampon that's up there too long,
Right.
they would kind of know
Right.
their body.
Right.
I don't remember them teaching us as a guy even about masturbation in school.
No, I don't
went to
think
Catholic
that's-
It was
school.
just like, you
Oh.
know, the A, B, and C's of having a child and blah, blah, blah. But I don't even remember them really talking about protection
No.
or anything like that. I think masturbation is just something everybody just learned on their own or talking to other
I thought I was
friends.
dying because I had no point of reference. I didn't have any male figures in my family. It was just my poor mom, and I wasn't gonna, tell her. I literally thought that I was dying, like, because I convulsed, and I was like, I didn't. It was like a weird kind of. I mean, I was
So-
freaked out for a while.
Wait, how
I did
did
it
you-
10 times that day.
So
but I was
how
still
did
freaked
you
out.
even know like to start doing it? You were just like,
Guys, I mean, you wake up with a hard on, and you
Eventually
touch it,
you're
it
like,
feels good, and
okay.
then just blah blah blah.
So-
I'm Latino. We come all the time anyway.
Yeah.
You know?
So I learned by watching porn.
okay.
When I was like, because
Okay.
I told you, I've been watching porn since I was, oh God.
I was
probably,
little too.
Like, honestly, like 10. I start like finding porn, and I just found
Yeah.
it very fascinating. And
Where did
everything.
you find porn at 10? Was it your parents or?
No, you go over a cousin's house, and as I got older, I looked a lot older than I was, and I would lie. So I started renting videos, probably when I was like 14 years
Wow.
old, because they thought I was 18.
What
Wow.
kind of videos were you?
Well, I started off with straight.
Yeah.
Like I would get the straight magazines first.
Yeah, I
That's
think
what I
we
would
had
get. Like Jugs, and I forgot
Jugs.
all the ones, but it's
Yeah.
like really, got into that. And then I told you, I signed up to this thing through one of those magazines, and they start sending me videos in the mail. It would be like
And your parents are like, what the hell?
No, my mom, because it was just me and my mom.
Oh, okay.
And she worked all the time.
Oh.
So, and she never goes in my room. So it would be like 4 to 6 hour of combo videos, but they were gay, straight, bi,
Wow.
everything. And I had a closet full of them. She found them finally because she just went in my room for some reason.
Right.
And she was like, what is it? She was so confused. I felt so bad for her because she was like, okay, it's straight porn, but it says gay porn. Like, I don't, what, like, So, we cut that off, but they still kept sending me videos anyway. But
Lucky
I
you.
learned how to
Yeah.
jack off by watching the porn because the guys would,
Yeah.
jack. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay, what's that? I first started with dry humping.
Well, I think we all start with dry
Yeah.
humping. Yeah. I humped a couch. I'm sure you humped. As females, we find like inanimate objects just to rub on.
Like a pillow or something
My-
to try
my-
and see what was.
Mine
but
was a
I
teddy
was
bear.
So,
That poor teddy bear.
Did it have a
That
hole
one
in
actually
it?
is teddy bear and Jasper fans.
Did it have a hole in
No, I would just dry hump it.
I'm just curious. I don't
Yes,
know.
they make teddy bears for children
No,
with holes in
No,
them.
you thought there
like-
were puppet things.
No, I would just dry.
Build a bear for your masturbation
I
pleasure.
would just dry hump it. Like, poor mom, if she sees this. I'm
Oh,
sorry about
sorry,
your bear.
Mom. We
But
Oh my God, it's still sitting in her,
My
like,
2-year-old
mantle.
goddaughter is humping everything right now. Like
It's her natural body inclination.
yeah,
Yes.
well, it feels good.
Yeah,
But
that's just what it is.
yeah, but now like kids are able to just see everything in the palm of their hand.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
So-
sure your kids have stumbled upon porn at this point.
No, I'm not. Well, there was a pop-up that came into April's computer, my
Uh-huh.
daughter, and we caught it, but it
before she did.
Yeah, but I have that pretty much locked down for her.
Yeah.
But I'm sure she's seen some stuff. But
It's probably gonna
Other
be,
kids
well,
at
if she
school,
do, it's gonna be
though.
like soft porn,
yeah,
like that Skinner Mats bullshit.
That's what I grew up with.
Yeah.
Is HBO late night stuff.
Yeah.
And it would be all staticky, and then you would
Yeah.
wait for it to like kind of freeze up.
Yeah.
You'd see a boob every now
Yes,
and then.
but Skinner Mats was the worst because I don't understand the early 90s Skinner Mats stuff because I swear all the girls had fake boobs,
Yeah.
but they made noise. Like,
Noise?
like it squirt. It was like, and I was like, why is it
What are
making
you
noise?
talking
No.
about?
I never.
No, you were
Ray,
watching
no.
clown porn.
No,
You were
I
watching.
kid you not. I remember looking at
Calophilia.
like it was a bathroom scene, and the girls was like playing with each other and their nipples, and I all kept hearing.
What?
I was like, what kind of boobs do they have? Like, it was like rubbery. It was like, ew. And it kept rubbing. I was like, I couldn't even. I was like, what? I just stood there.
never
I
heard
couldn't.
that.
do- I
Yeah,
couldn't-
I have never heard that.
Maybe
in
I
my
would have
life
paid more
either.
attention if it was
I'm
making
telling
noise.
you, I am gonna find you some 90 Skinner
Yes.
Mats porn,
If there's
and
no
you
noise,
will
Ray.
hear. You're gonna hear it. It's going.
there's someone like bored in sound effects. They're
Yeah.
like trying to figure out what they can do to add something to the scene or whatever.
Thing I was gonna say to you, because you
Okay.
said you don't think that they've discovered porn yet. I only discovered porn with other people, like friends and stuff. Like my brother's friends would tell me about
Yeah.
like wet dreams and masturbation and stuff like that. And then like other kids, I was the last of my friends to do anything. Like I was so like not sexually strong whatsoever.
They have been exposed. I know they've seen things. I mean, and there's stuff now on Netflix that
Oh,
are,
yeah.
it's just like out everywhere. And actually the schools are having a lot of problems because the kids are coming back after COVID having spent a year plus
On
on
a
computers
computer.
where they've not been monitored, and they're having major problems in the school right now.
Oh,
Like there's
sure.
there's some kids that have come back to my son's school that have done some really inappropriate stuff.
Like
and
what do we mean by
Horror stories.
so
I know,
a horror
right?
story. There's this game they're playing where they're trying to put their fingers in each other's buttholes.
What?
Yeah,
West Hollywood, the game.
I don't. Yeah,
That's the weirdest thing.
it's not a safe thing. for the kids.
Interesting. And also, you know, they're
it
not
guys and guys, or
they're
is it
not
guys and
cleaning.
girls?
It's the boys with the other boys at this particular incident that I know of, and it's just it's like
Really odd.
it's really
What kind of
not
game
how
is
good.
that? Because I don't. I'm trying to figure out this
In
game.
Japan, though, in Japan, there's that thing where guys they give each they do this in each other's cracks.
Crack,
and
but
that's
with
like
their,
from when they were kids.
when their underwear and
Yeah,
pants
no,
are
they're
still
still wearing
on.
their underwear,
and
but
stuff, but they like doing that.
They're
It's
wearing
like,
their clothes and they're trying
Oh, I
to get.
see.
But I think it's the result of some kids that have just been locked up. Like they're just out in the
Right.
world now. And
You
they
know
don't
what?
know how to.
I don't. Yeah, I think
Or was that from
that's not- that's-
SpongeBob, like an
now
episode
you
or
explain it
something?
that way because I was thinking like they actually
In the
put their
butt.
finger
I was
in. It
too.
was a,
No, they're
but
trying to poke each other's
the
butts.
butt.
still
No,
weird.
that's something we did back in the day too.
Really?
When I was in
Yes.
third grade, we would grab each other's crotch like in the front, but it was never the butt.
But
Well,
it
we
was
would
not-
do
but it
that
wasn't
credit
like-
card swipe.
It was
with
not
the-
a game though. It was just like you like playing with the like he's gay. Like you know.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
Nah,
then.
yeah, because
Maybe
it wasn't
it's
a game. It's just like poking fun
saying
at
hi?
each
But I
other.
also feel like boys in general are way more tempted to like try with other boys sexual stuff in the beginning.
Well,
I
because
do.
I mean, growing up, guys would like smack each other on the ass or like like
Yeah.
in the back. I mean, so and I know I used to see the finger thing.
Really? So that's
Yeah.
been going on forever. It's not
Like, but
new.
they usually be
I've
no,
never
but they
heard of the
usually be
finger
like
thing.
joking, kind of like football
But
players
what
in the
age?
school,
Like high school or
like middle school, high
middle
school.
school?
Like they
Yeah.
would like they the guy, the jock would be going past the other something, just stick him in. So he'd be like,
I went to
"Hey,
the wrong
stop,
school,
I'm not gay."
apparently.
I'm just saying,
I
middle.
missed out.
You were in Catholic school. Meanwhile, when the rest of us were at like regular schools, middle school was like when everybody was trying everything. I mean, all the girls are getting their boobs. The guys' voices are all cracking. Like everyone's trying everything. I was just a late bloomer. Like,
Oh.
See, I think high school for me, for my where I grew up at.
Oh, really?
It was more high school where I started.
getting crazy and
A good,
trying things.
yeah, trying things. Yes.
Never had that. Like our sex education, and this is in high school, Catholic high school.
Yeah.
Not so long ago, they had blocks of male and female, and they showed how the male and female blocks went together, but they didn't fit together any other way, and that was our sex
Oh
education.
my
Oh,
god!
God. Yeah. But I was a late
Wow.
bloomer too when it comes to like being very active.
Yeah.
It was until I started going to raves where I opened up.
Do you think that's because you always knew you were gay and you were
Well,
like,
I never considered
hiding
myself
something?
anything because I also had crushes on females a
Okay.
lot. I
Okay.
like
Because their
I was
boobs made noise.
Yeah, yes. No, but I was very fascinating. Like I always had crushes on girls. Like it was this one girl. I would I will go out my way to catch the bus with her, get off her stop to walk her home, which was just 5 minutes, and I lived like an hour walk away.
Oh my God.
But I really liked her.
What
I
a
had a
gentleman.
big crush on her. I don't know why. So
Maybe she was a diva.
it was
We all
very
love
weird
our
for
divas.
me.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I think that's what it was. It was my beginning of divas. So, like, you
That
know,
was my first crush too.
but as I got
Interesting.
older, when I turned
Aw, that's
18, I think that's when I started like venturing out and trying little things. But it was like on the DL secret kind of stuff because we didn't have. I mean, it's North Carolina, so like.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how I learned about everything, but I learned you go to the porn store, you cruise the porn stores. you
Yeah,
get
but
the
aren't there a lot
tokens.
of like, what's it called? People, guys on the DL there.
Yeah, they still use that term.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Did
but
you? Was your first experience with a man or a woman? Like when you first started exploring?
okay, so actually, my first sexual experience as a young one, I was probably like 6 years old, 7, and it was with girl and a guy. So
Wait, whoa,
the
whoa,
boy
whoa,
lived.
whoa.
Right?
Wait,
So
so
you were molested.
no.
Right.
I'm saying like we
Fun
was,
times.
no,
Oh,
we
they
was
were the
all
same
the same
age.
age.
You were
no.
all 6?
We was all in the
Played
same
like
age.
doctor with each
Well,
other.
so
I know
yeah,
that.
so
Okay, okay.
because the
Yeah.
girl, so the girl who lived across
Sorry, I
the
didn't
way,
mean to
her father was dating my mom, and we found his naughty magazines, and so we would
Trying to
do-
reenact?
Yes, what we saw in the magazines. And then I also played with the next door neighbor, the boy that lived next door, and we played together for a little bit. So so I've always been
Wow.
kind of like, I don't know.
Do you have any
oh.
connection to these people still to this day?
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
That would be an
I
awkward
know,
reunion.
right?
No, oh, you know what? I think I came across the girl years ago, but I can't remember how because we didn't go to school together. But it was just fascinating because we were just literally looking at the dirty magazines and then copying what we saw in the magazine, you know. And I remember going down.
I mean, I feel like I've done that to a
I
Kama Sutra
remember
book.
going down on her, and in this magazine, there actually was like rimming
Oh,
like-
yeah, on the butt.
on the butt, but
Wow.
I went down and like, ooh no. And even then, I knew I was
You
like, it just don't smell right.
I love it.
It just don't smell right. I just don't. I just knew. Like, my early age, I was like, if you're gonna rim it,
so-
it needs to be clean.
Well, of course, good for you that you knew that. Still to
Yeah.
this day, I like.
So, but as I got
down
older, when I really like in my teens, it was really
Were there
when I
other
was
times
18.
like after that time when you
No,
were
we
6?
played around for a little bit for a short period of time, and that was it. Nothing else. And then like until I was probably like 17, 18 I was a late bloomer, I guess
Yeah.
you'd say. I started going to the porn stores and like getting my tokens and hanging
Yeah.
out in the booths and like cruising or driving around, parking my car at the porn store. Like,
Wow.
Well, you see what happens to late bloomers. We turn into daddies and milfs.
Yes.
So
Award winning, by the way.
late bloomer.
Award winning.
but my sex life was very, very like, not, I don't want to say DL, but like, no, none of my friends had never seen me kiss the boy. They didn't know what I was. I was going to raves. When they finally saw me kiss a guy for the first time, they lost their shit. But it was the rave scene, so everybody was very open.
were
in a
you
way.
in a straight friend type of scene?
No,
there?
I hung out with trans
Oh, you
gays.
did?
It was the
Raves
raves.
are
Like,
yeah,
it was
raves
very
are pretty-
mixed.
Oh wow. Okay.
But I was just no one knew. Even my best friend, she was like, I don't know what to call him because she's never seen me with a guy. She never
Wow.
seen me with a girl. She just didn't know what I was. But I didn't really consider myself anything at the time.
Yeah.
Till I finally met the first guy that I really really liked, and
Yeah.
then that's when I was like, okay.
I'm
But
gay.
I did my 20s. I was
Yeah.
I experienced a lot of things in my 20s.
Yeah, me
that I
too.
saw on porn. I was like, I'm gonna try that.
Aw.
Me too, but I experienced more in my 30s in porn.
More, even
Yeah.
more, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I love what porn did to my sexuality.
It did.
Yeah.
Like my 20s, it taught me like I learned the basics. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, what is that? Okay, let me try that. Like it was like weird. I tried the bottom. I've done it a couple of times. It's just not my calling.
Yeah.
But no one tells you what you should do to get prepared to bottom, like for the first time. I don't know.
Not even in porn.
No one is giving you. Yeah,
It's
they're
all
not
fantasy. It's like everybody's ready to bottom.
Yeah.
That's
And
not true.
But
Yeah.
something told
Somebody
me.
has to tell you, I
Yes.
think. Somebody
No.
should walk you through the steps.
Yes,
but
they
there was
should,
a thing.
but they
no
don't.
one.
Somebody still hasn't walked me
Yeah.
through the steps.
But I just like something just told me I should use the bathroom like before I do all this,
Yeah.
and I was so proud of myself because I was clean.
Wow.
There was no problems.
Did you even know to douche? Did you?
No, I
Oh,
just
wow.
something just told me. I
Wow,
didn't
you
even
must
know.
have a healthy diet.
What those things I didn't. Girl, I'm in North Carolina. No, I
Oh.
didn't. But like,
Say, like, is there a rule of what you should and should not eat?
Yes.
Yeah.
well,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes,
But, like,
100%
but
there
be
are.
prepared. But for some reason, I used the bathroom. But the guy I was with didn't have a huge dick either, so that helped too.
What's
Yeah.
a major do not eat this?
Spicy foods don't have
Taco Bell,
alcohol.
no Mexican food.
No
Yeah.
southern food, no
Yep.
greens, no
Yep.
collard greens, no pinto beans.
I did
Anything that's like gassy, I
Yeah.
guess, would be
Yeah.
off the table.
I did the same rules for myself today because I knew I was going to have to get this gonorrhea shot on my way in. And sometimes that shot gives me diarrhea. And I was like, well, I'm going to eat nothing that will even like contemplate that. I was like, I'm only eating. That's why when you walked in, I was eating protein, only protein. I'm just trying to save myself for the next couple hours.
Yes,
so we
you
can
know
get
what it
through
is?
these
Don't
shows.
eat any cheese.
Yeah.
Anything product with milk or anything.
Yeah.
That's what give it to you.
This is why I'm not a bottom, because it's like, meh.
It's a
Remember-
lot of
That's a
rules.
lot of
I went to
work.
have a
lot of
salad
It's
and
a
I had
lot-
a
that's
cheeseburger.
what. That's why I respect bottoms or
Yeah.
anyone who bottom,
Yeah.
females, males, whatever. Because I'm very
It's a lot of work.
I'm
It's a
very
lot of work.
respectful when I'm filming or having personal sex with a bottom because I get it. I mean, I know they've heard horror stories where guys tops are assholes to them
Yes.
because they're not cleaned out all the way or
It takes
they
a little
can't
while to
do
get
it-
in. Yeah.
or whatever. I'm like, no, I get it because I have experience. It's just not my calling, but I get it. You go through a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I have friends that sometimes it's a process for them to get ready. Like it starts that morning of.
Mine starts the day before.
Or the day before.
or the day
Yeah.
before, yeah, and they'll take breaks in between and then go back in.
You can
no.
get hurt.
I got to do it all at once because I'm starving afterwards. I'm
Yeah,
like, let's
but
go.
then I've seen some guys they overdid it. Like they was like, and I tell
You can
some guys,
overwater.
They can overwater, and then they can't. It just cannot get clean.
Then it just goes and goes.
And-
and
or they
goes.
start hurting inside. Or some I'm like, slow down.
Yep.
I'm gonna be here, ain't going nowhere.
Right.
But they so in the they trying to get that dick, and like I'm like, slow down.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
You're gonna hurt yourself, and you're gonna come not clean.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, no,
Yep.
we're not gonna. Cause we're doing this on my bed, so no,
Yeah.
we're gonna stop. Now, if it was on their bed, I was like, hey, it's your bed. Shit happens. It's on you. But my sheets.
I say anal is for hotels only. That's just mine. Oh, you guys, I hate to break us off here, but we've got to wrap this up. We're on a
this was
very
so much
tight
fun.
schedule today. I know. I've loved this episode so much. But before we go, tell the people where they can find you, Lahna.
Well, that's an easy transition out of this conversation. My name is Lahna. You can see Lahna, but if you take out the H, it spells anal backwards.
Oh,
Right?
that's perfect.
So you can see, where is it over here? There you
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
Lahna Turner, and it's just that's just it. Just that
Lahna Turner.
online, any of the handles, whatever you like. That's where I am. Easy.
And for you, sir.
Okay, well, of course, you can find me on Instagram, which is Mr. Ray Diesel. But I am also on Twitter, of course. As Ray Diesel Triple X. I even have a fan page on Facebook, which is Ray Diesel.
Beautiful.
And if you'd like to follow my content and see how I get down and how I please those damn bottoms, you can always find me on Just for Fans / Ray Diesel Triple X. And now I'm even on Rafa Club.
I
as
love
Ray Diesel
it.
Triple X. Yes.
Thank you guys so much for coming in to the studio. We've loved having you as guests. You guys have both been awesome. Until next time, guys. Adios.